Texas, Kyle Field, home of the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M about to put it away to start this game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. So the Auburn Tigers offense takes the field to start this game off. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches know.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
They went right back to... This time the defense was all over him, nothing to show for that run. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Wants to throw, it's Simmons. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's fumbles in consecutive weeks. Coaches don't like that. They start to, you know what happens is the trust factor goes out the window. I don't want to run you as much because I can't trust you as much, especially in big spots. Got to hold on to that football.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Moulton. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Aggies! Quick strike through the air for the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
So here comes the Auburn offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the...
Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They were really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Catch in the middle. It's Norman. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting...
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Aggies.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to end. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. To the air, it's Simmons. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They pick up that first down easily. You wonder sometimes if you're two-down territory there, you take a shot on third and run it on fourth, but they opt to just move the chains here.
Man, I laugh now watching quarterback sneaks. It looks a lot less fun than back in my day when I played, because not only are you getting hit from the front now if you're a quarterback, but you've got your own guys running into your back now as well. We see these push plays more and more often today in college football. No fun.
He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Texas A&M! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively at...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the defense just gets their fourth sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that.
Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Here's a return from midfield. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running behind that left side. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
That's caught. It's Moulton. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Craven. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They're going back to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that, I'll keep trotting him out there.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. They're
turning it on. Lowers those pads. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Motion from the wide receiver. They go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Auburn lines up quickly. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll get this drive started from the 29. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's for the play caller right now, just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
They'll immediately call timeout. The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. With the catch, it's Norman. Wide open on the right. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in College Station. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Here's the pressure. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still...
They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Great place to start for this offense. He'll try the left side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. To the air, it's Simmons. Lets it fly. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick.
Going for it all. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It's good. Easy call for the refs. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got it. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Wants to adjust the pattern. He wants to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Craver. There he goes. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44, and big time pickup on that one. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A low line drive and not his best work. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Back to pass, it's Simmons. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Wide open downfield. At the 40, there he goes. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would...
Oh, he's got some space. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half, it looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. On the run from inside his own 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll leave it with him. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Past the 40. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Robinson.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver.
Turning it on! Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Auburn lines up quickly. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Odom. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Now with a first and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Snaps it in the shotgun. Fires to the end zone. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. At the 15, he's loose. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Breaks into the open. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. And the Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Moves around to clear up the vision. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. Picks up the first down. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16. A&M comes back out with another first down. To the ground. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Back to pass on second down. Going for 6. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Going right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air, it's Simmons. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Boom. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both